Welcome back to my channel. I am here with my husband Sean,
Hello.
and we are going to be talking about how we calculated our fire number and our path to achieve that number. So, before we get started on our number, I just wanted to quickly define fire because I know everyone isn't familiar with the fire movement. So, fire is financial independence, retire early. And usually, what that means is you save a very high percentage of your income, like 50 to even 70% of your income, and then you put it in stocks, low cost index funds, usually, or even real estate.
Yeah, basically you have so much invested in assets that you're able to live off the returns that it makes.
Yeah. So now that we have that defined, we also wanted to note that fire doesn't mean you're going to completely quit your job. It just means that you're going to have more time freedom. It could be work optional, and you are going to have more time potentially with your family. And that's really our goal with our fire journey.
Yeah, buying back our time.
Yeah. So now that we have that out of the way, we're going to be talking about how we calculated our fire number. First, what we had to do is sit down and realistically look at what we spend each month. So we looked at our variable expenses and our fixed costs. That came out to be roughly $66,000 each year. Then we sat down and had a good conversation about what our retirement life is going to look like. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's the fun part.
yeah,
Like,
that is,
yeah, you get to go in and, what do you want to do? How do you want your days to be? Really describe that.
yeah, absolutely. And things are going to change in your budget when you're retired. So, for example, in our case, we aren't going to have a truck payment anymore. Our son Brady is going to be out of diapers, and we're no longer going to have a nanny. Anything else?
Yeah, our goal with fire is to really be out of the big monthly payments. So
Yes.
no vehicles, no house, stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. So that number came out to $60,000.
So now that you know that our annual budget is $60,000, we're going to show you how we get to our fire number.
Yeah, and also I wanted to add is in that $60,000, we did a lot for $1,500 each month for unknown. So that could be anything. It could be, medical costs. It could be your travel fund, things like that. But we felt that was really important to add in there because there's so many unknowns, especially like planning so far out. That's like 5 to 6 years away. And also we wanted to note that we are hoping to retire in 5 to 6 years. So I'll let Sean talk about how we got our fire number.
Yeah, so there's a few ways to do this. The way we chose was a spinoff of the 4% rule made famous by Bill Bingen. So we took our $60,000 annual spend and divided it by the updated number, which is 4.75. So you take 60,000 divided by 0.0475, and you end up with the cool $1.26 million. So
Yeah.
that's kind of our big goal as
Yeah.
far as invested assets growing to make us money, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is where it's different than our net worth because we're not including like paid off vehicles as assets or our house or anything that's not income generating.
But I also wanted to add that Sean and I do have a disagreement on the 4% rule. So he prefers what 4.75?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
updated number.
And I personally prefer the more 4% traditional rule just because I'm a little bit more conservative and he's a little bit more optimistic, which isn't a bad thing, but it's something that we still just need to work out and come to a decision on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, next, what we're going to talk about now that we have our number, how are we going to achieve this and where are we putting this money? So, Sean's going to kind of take us through what buckets we're putting our money in.
Yeah, so the number one bucket we fill up first is our HSA. We have a high deductible health insurance plan, and so we have access to a HSA. And the cool thing about all the money you put in there, it does not federally taxed or FICA taxed. So the fact that we put in, a little over $8,000 means that we are saving ourselves $500 a year in taxes
Yeah.
that we're able to save. So that's nice.
Yeah, and our plan with the HSA is any medical costs that we have right now, we're paying out of pocket. So we're saving our receipt, and we could eventually take that money out of the HSA when we need it. So that's really nice, and it's tax free. So
Yeah, it grows tax free. You don't pay taxes, put it in.
yeah,
All right. So the second bucket we have is Hannah's employee stock purchasing
yeah,
plan. She's able to get a 10% discount on that twice a year.
yeah,
So right off the top, you're able to make 10% gains on the money invested, which is a pretty sweet deal.
yeah, absolutely. We don't have that maxed out right now. I think we're at 7%, but we are planning on putting the full amount in the next period, which is in July.
Yeah, and a cool feature that her plan has, you're able to sell it the day after it fully funds. So it's not like one of these things where we're stuck in it for 6 months and does the company do good or bad? No, like our plan is just to just cash out,
Yeah.
take the 10% victory, and invest it. So the third bucket we have is our 401ks for each of our employers. So we're gonna max those out, and we'll also get a employer match.
Yeah.
So some free money there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It boosts our savings,
Yeah.
and at the same time, it lowers our tax rate by lowering our adjusted gross income. So nice tax benefit there.
Yeah.
And then after that, we plan to funnel money to our Roth IRAs.
Mhm.
That's a good account that grows tax free,
Yeah.
and in a pinch, you're able to withdraw the base. So
So what that means is basically the money that you put in, you're able to, if you needed to, take it out without penalty.
yeah, penalty free.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, if we have any remaining money, we plan to invest it in our taxable brokerage account to grow that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then we are going to be saving some cash once we get a little bit closer to our retirement time. So we're hoping to put about $100,000 in a high yield savings account. And we also wanted to mention that we are going to be maxing all of those accounts out, obviously minus the taxable brokerage account, each year is our plan.
Yeah, that's the current plan.
Yeah. And then as far as our saving strategy, so we realistically live below our means pretty much. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't spend money when we don't have to.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't say when I started out on my fire journey, I would say I was definitely depriving myself of a lot of things just because I was so determined on paying off my debt. Sean here has helped me so much with that because if it was my choice, we would be like eating like rice and beans and like getting there so much quicker. But he is really good about enjoying life, and I really need that check in life because I am like go go go, and he's like let's chill for a little bit and spend some money. So I'm not going to say that we don't spend money, but we spend it with intention on things that we truly love, such as like he loves horses, I love gardening, and we both love travel. So those are our main things we spend a lot of money on. Now we also live by our on a budget, and how I personally like to budget is with kind of the Dave Ramsey cash envelope system. Now, when we first got together and combined our finances, it was kind of a hot mess because he didn't budget and I budgeted a lot. But I had my own thing, and when you're first starting to date, you're just spending money like crazy and just having fun. And we were like, where's our money going? And it just was not a good feeling. And we decided that the cash envelope system really, like, we decided to give it a try, and it really helped. It helps us stay on track. We see the money, it's in our hands, we don't overspend. and it's been really beneficial for us. So that's kind of how we're going to manage our spending. And then as far as our investment strategy, we're going to be investing in low cost index funds. So majority of our money is in VTSAX, VOO, VTI, and then we do have a couple target date index funds that are actually doing really well, but we don't plan on staying in them for very long.
Yeah, I mean, I think my work 401k is in one right now.
Yeah.
But once I'm able to quit that, it'll roll into a low cost index fund.
Yes.
And all of this was kind of inspired by the J.L. Collins Simple Path to Wealth. So
Yeah.
great book. Everyone should listen to.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Um, and then we are considering eventually possibly getting into some real estate. I think that's more my dream. I would really love to own an Airbnb or even a long-term rental, but that's kind of far down the line. So that's kind of our basic investment strategy. It's simple, it works for us, and it's you don't have to overthink it. It's super easy. And another thing is like we just love compound interest, and that's why we started to invest early because we really need time to have that interest compound on our investments. So next, we're going to be talking about our income strategy. So Sean is a chemical engineer, and I'm a physical therapist, and we both work 9 to 5 jobs roughly. And we're going to be continuing those jobs, really trying to get promotions and earn bonuses. So Sean gets a bigger bonus than I do. And we usually use our bonuses for travel money because we love to travel. And then we are going to be, any raises that we get are going to be going towards our taxable brokerage account.
Yeah, straight to savings.
Yeah. And then um, hopefully it would be very nice if the YouTube channel produced some sort of income. And Sean also does team roping.
Yeah, who knows? You could have a good year and come out ahead.
Yeah. So he's fantastic at team roping, and he's had a lot of income doing that. So that's also one income stream that we have on our side. With a plan, there's always challenges and things that just pop up. So some things that may veer us off our plan is child expenses. We have almost a 5-month-old baby, and we really have no idea what he's going to be needing when he's 5 or 6 years old when we're about to retire. Also, we have an older car, and I think we're going to definitely need to be replacing that.
Yeah, whereas I think my Toyota Camry's it's got 200,000 miles and it'll do another 200,000 easy.
Yeah.
No problem.
So there's that. And then we also have potentially some medical costs. Like you never know what's going to pop up. We do have an emergency fund for that, but sometimes medical costs can be very high. So that's an unknown. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so that's our plan and our fire number. Now, if you're just starting out, I would just a suggestion focus more on your budget, living below your means, and paying off your debt. Don't get too overwhelmed with such a high number because compound interest, especially if you're younger, is on your side. So look at your debts, see if investing might make more sense than paying off your debt. Anything else with that? No?
No, just keep your expenses low and your savings will naturally be high.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. If you found any value in this video, we would really, really appreciate you liking, subscribing, and even sharing this video with someone so we can just expand the knowledge to other people about the fire community and just grow this wonderful fire movement. In next video, we also, maybe not next video, but soon we're going to be talking about our drawdown strategies because I know a lot of people wonder how we're going to be accessing this money. And we are going to get into that. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we will not be 59 and a half when we start taking money out of
Yeah.
our IRAs or 401ks.
Yes. So thank you so much again for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.